males, children of all ages, welcome to Robert Sports Show. I'm your host, Robert. Alright, Impact Wrestling, Impact Slammiversary XVII was last night on Fight TV. I'm going to check out that pretty good show by Impact. I will say, as Impact has kind of rebranded themselves from TNA to Impact, they've really kind of built the roster back up. They're more of a glorified indie company to me right now versus a legit contender for AEW or WWE. But you know what? That's great. It's a place where we can build talent. Unfortunately, we may not be able to keep them, but we can at least build talent and see what the next generation of superstar looks like. Had some great matches, had some shit matches. Actually, of all the matches on this card, the only one that I felt that should have been left off was RVD versus Moose. Other than that, they added a match. That was the first match on the show. They added a four-way. It was TJ Perkins versus Trey Miguel versus Jack Christ versus Willie Mack. Nice little four-way they added. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was about 10 minutes long, a little less than 10 minutes. But it was a nice kickoff match. It was kind of like the old school X Division kickoff matches. Willie Mack ended up getting a victory. He pinned Jake Christ. Now, there was one spot of it that was really freaking awesome. TJP had Trey of the Rascals in like a surfboard, and Jake Christ went to cover TJP because obviously he's like this with the guy up on his legs, trying to pin him. As the ref is counting to two, Willie Mack does a stomp off the top rope onto Trey and broke it up. I was like, holy shit, that was a cool spot. But just seeing Willie Mack working with these the smaller guys, these more cruiserweight kind of guys, was kind of cool. But Willie Mack got the victory. I give it 3.5 stars. That was a nice little kickoff match. Next up, we had the Impact Tag Team titles on the line. We had a triple threat match because the North won the tag titles on Friday at one of the little Impact Plus specials they had. The North knocked off LAX, which made this a triple threat. So we had the Rascals with Winston with Winston Xavier, and then we had LAX, and then we had the North, the new tag team champions. Something must have happened in this match, definitely. There was an angle, I think it was Santana. I get LAX, Ortiz and Santana, I think it was Santana. He was on the outside, and it looked like he had a pretty serious knee injury. They didn't really show the spot that I recall seeing it, but he took a hard hit on the outside, and yeah, they were dealing with his knee. They actually helped him out. The match only lasts like 7.5 minutes. The North retained, which because of the quickness of that match, it leads me to believe that maybe he did get legit hurt, so they just got the match over. Don't know, haven't heard anything, haven't looked anything up on that yet. But the North retained the tag titles in a quick little 3-star match. Next up, we had a First Blood match. Killer Kross versus Eddie Edwards. Killer Kross came out with this gray and dark gray face paint on. He looked as creepy as fuck. The only thing about Killer Kross is, as he's being built up by Impact Wrestling, I can see him moving on eventually to an AEW or WWE and being kind of the muscle and effect, like Batista was when he first came in. That kind of future for Killer Kross. Either with Impact or if he moves on. But that's going to be the biggest thing about talent like Killer Kross and Eddie Edwards, is as their contracts start getting close to expiring, there's going to be a lot of people wanting them. This match was the First Blood match. It lasted just a snick under 12 minutes. Eddie actually was able to make Killer Kross bleed first. It was a great hardcore match. We started to make each other bleed. Eddie ended up killing Kenny, his kendo stick Kenny the second. Toward the end of the match, he went to use Kenny, and he's like, sorry, and broke Kenny in half, and basically stabbed Killer Kross to make him bleed. So I don't know if that's going to be the end of Kenny, or if there's a new Kenny coming, because as we all know, the first Kenny got destroyed by Killer Kross, and then Kenny number 2 got handed to him by the Sandman. So we done with this hardcore ECW gimmick, Eddie Edwards? Please, dear God, be done with it. Go to the main event. You're a main event caliber talent. So Eddie got the victory there. I give it 3.5 stars. Next match, Rob Van Dam versus Moose. It was a match. It lasted a little less than 14 minutes. B Daddy J was at the Pulse Dungeon, watching the show with the Pulse Boys and Pulse family. And B Daddy J made some great taquitos and some soft tacos. Always great food over at B Daddy J's. But yeah, the taquitos were awesome. I'd rather talk about the taquitos than this shit match. Moose won, 2-star. Moving on. Next match, we had Impact Women's Title Fatal 4-Way Monsters Ball. James Mitchell had his two demon women there, Havoc and Su Yung. Rosemary was there, who's been feuding with Su Yung, and then obviously the Impact Women's Champion, Knockouts Champion, Tyler Valkyrie, the Queen of Slamtown. This match was really good, I thought. They did a lot of hardcore stuff, and they had the right women in doing it. Rosemary ended up at one point having a dog collar on, and the other end of the dog collar was on Su Yung, and there was a chain between it, and they were beating each other with a chain. Yeah, so it was like a match inside of a match, so it was kind of cool. Havoc took some big spots, so there was some legit hardcore Monster Ball type spots. We had the tacks. Rosemary took a face plant to the tacks. Wow. Just, incredible. Tyler Valkyrie ended up getting the victory, escaping with her Knockouts Championship. I gave the match 3 3/4 star. I really thought it was a good use of Monsters Ball. If they're going to put the women on it, they had the right women in there. It was looked pretty legit. It wasn't just like, ooh, here's a chair. I mean, they hardcore ladders and pie pans and the whole nine. So it was overall a really good match. I enjoyed it. Next up, we had the Impact X Division Championship on the line. We had Johnny Impact versus the champion Rich Swann. This was one of those matches I was definitely looking forward to. It delivered for the most part, I thought, what it would do. Told a good story between what Johnny Impact is capable of and Rich Swann's kind of history of getting to the championship. It was 15 minutes long. I mean, there's a bunch of spots. I mean, it's all these guys do is spot. Rich Swann won in the victory. I gave it 3 3/4. I've seen some online. People went 4. I mean, 3 3/4, 4. It's a 4-star match. I mean, it was a good match. I mean, officially I give it 3 3. I liked to see Impact win and do some different things, but hey, it's kind of cool. I really want to see Rich Swann and TJP, or Rich Swann and Willie Mack. I know they're friends right now. That'd be kind of a cool matchup for the X title. But yeah, I mean, the announcers, oh god, Don Callis is good. This is like the greatest match in the history of Impact Wrestling. I'm like, okay, it was good. I enjoyed it. I don't think it was the greatest match in the history, but I mean, I can look back at 6 other matches this year that were better. But hey. Next up, we have the World Title. So we had the World Title go sub-main over the intergender match, which I had a small problem with, but whatevs. We had some great matches here, so we'll go over them. So we had the Impact World Title sub-main. We had the Unbreakable Michael Elgin versus the champion Brian Cage. This match started off exactly like I thought it would. A hoss fight. They were going at it. But the difference is, these two hosses, they got some moves. They can do some things. They went after each other, beat the tar out of each other. Was doing things on the outside. Yeah, just what you thought 2 big burly guys who can fight would do. And they obviously had the wrestling matches and things off the rope that both of them can do. Brian Cage ended up retaining his title here, which was kind of cool to see. I gave it 4-star. Really great match. And then at the end of the match, we had a person come into the ring. They had a sweatshirt over their ski mask over their face, sweatshirt on. Couldn't quite tell who they were, except they were wearing shorts. And they had these legs. Very distinctive legs. Very just bulky legs. Looked like a male version of Jordan Grace. And who is Jordan Grace been compared to? A guy named Rhino? Now, do we know if it was Rhino? We do not. What we do know is that Rhino's contract with WWE ends on the 17th. Rhino does not have a no compete clause. So once 17 hits, he is free to go anywhere he so chooses. Well, Rhino made it big in ECW. We have a lot of ECW guys in Impact. Tommy Dreamer, Sandman, Sabu, RVD. Was it Rhino? We don't have facial clarification to prove it. Fuck, it was Rhino, people. Goddamn. Yeah, you could tell. It's fucking Rhino. Gored him. You couldn't say gore, so they said Spear. It's like, fuck, this Rhino. And I looked it up, I'm like, technically Rhino can't be there. But what is WWE going to do? It's Impact Wrestling. It's fucking Rhino. It's nobody that means a hell of beans. Most people are like, fuck, didn't he leave WWE a long time ago? So, we'll see what happens with Rhino. Obviously getting to the main event picture here, Brian Cage, Mike Elgin, Johnny Impact, hopefully Eddie Edwards, Killer Cross. So hopefully going forward at Bound for Glory, which was announced for October 20th in the Chicago area. So hopefully we have a good card going into that. Then our main event was the intergender singles match. We had Tessa Blanchard versus Sami Callihan. The one thing I liked about this match is Sami Callihan isn't one to go, oh, you're a girl, I want to slap you like that. Sami Callihan is, oh, you're a girl, so what? And just smacked the fuck out of her. And he did that. He did not look like he let up at all. And Tessa Blanchard took it all and some and gave it right fucking back. This match was, what was it, about 15 minutes long. I was intrigued the entire time. I actually thought at one point Tessa was going to win. It made you not know who was going to win. It wasn't just a ragdoll. Sami Callihan's this, desperado and everything. But no, it was good. I mean, and just the whole his thumbs up, thumbs down toward the very end of it. Again, Tessa took some shots and gave some shots. Obviously, the referee got knocked out, so the bats got involved. Tessa actually came out with a gold bat to match her outfit, which is kind of cool. Because we all know Sami Callihan has his black bat. But so she got a super low blow in. Bats got involved. Ref was knocked out. But yeah, just toward the end of it, almost one of the last spots, she just walked right in Callihan's face and goes like that to him, and he had the muscle buster in our whatever the outlet finisher is he has. It's called, and boom, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, it was a great match, entertaining as hell. If you get a chance to watch it, check it out. It might be one of the best intergender matches I've ever seen. But I don't like the men on women. I'd rather have like the mixed tag stuff, but it was kind of cool. You had the right people doing it. It came off pretty good. It showed that a woman can hang with a man, but not necessarily beat him. So it kind of told a good story there. I gave it 4-star. So it was definitely a 4-star match. So anyway, that's going to wrap up Impact Slammiversary 17 review. Make sure you check out Rubber Sports Show this week. We'll have preview for the Evolve 10th anniversary show coming from the WWE Network. We'll have a preview of the AEW show also on Saturday night. Preview of Extreme Rules. And then next week I'm going to try to review everything from Evolve, everything from WWE. So yeah, so a lot of videos coming over the next 7 days. Check them all out. As always, thanks for watching Rubber Sports Show. Don't just have a great day. Have a spiffy day. Rubber Sports Show, your YouTube leader in sports channel content. Now, if you go to my Twitter page, @RobSportsShow on Twitter, follow me. But also, you will be able to see there a sheet that has all the matches from 2018 that I thought was 4-star or higher for the men. Obviously, anything I've watched recently is not on there, but as of Thursday, I think, when I updated it last. So make sure you check out that. You'll see all the 5-star matches that I see this year that I've thought were 5-star, 2 from Progress Wrestling. So there's a lot of matches involving Will Ospreay. My bad. He's the greatest wrestler going today. Make sure you check that out. Again, follow me at Rob Sports Show there on YouTube, on Twitter. Have a great day.